Hello and welcome back to another video on series about salvage. Today's video back onto the 24 plate Mini Cooper S convertible with only 1,000 miles on it, because I've got quite a few bits I've turned up for this so we can make a start, and most critically I want to get this car operating in its reverse gear, just to make sure. I have no reason to think it won't. Pretty sure it's the pressure sensor and or the wiring harness. So what I've done is I've actually got a complete gearbox wiring harness for it, so we can eliminate that completely instead of repairing it like it's a brand new car pretty much. So let's do it right. Let's put, hold on a minute, is it right? Is that a different? Yeah, it's okay. Panicked then for a moment, I thought it was the wrong harness. But no, we've got a harness, so let's put that on. We've got another pressure sensor. That should solve that issue. That's the main thing for us to do. And then we've got some front end parts we can start putting back together this car. It's been a mission because like even all the fixings are gone, all the bolts, everything. But luckily, I live near to Bury and you've got Mintec there who specialise in just minis. And they're very helpful. And a lad called Joe at Mintec, he helped me out massively with this. We went around the yard and got all the relevant fixings and bolts and everything that I needed, and a load of front end parts. So yeah, without them I'd have been pretty much scuppered in terms of all the fixings. It's very difficult to get them. So let's turn around, let's have a look at all the parts we've got, and then we can make a start and at least first of all get this thing working in reverse, hopefully. That's the plan. So here it is, as it was left. Let's go through the parts first. Over here, we've got our gearbox wiring harness, front panel top piece, got our seal for the top, pedestrian protection tube and rubber foam, crash bar and V-brace. Now here, I've got a front rad pack and half of a front panel, as you can see. Now the bottom part, which is this piece, obviously I'm not using because mine's different and mine's all fine, but from, you know, including the crash bar extensions and up, they're all the same, even these newer facelift ones, LCI 2s. So we can piece up together a complete front panel there with all that. Now with this front panel kit came this rad pack. Now this isn't off a Cooper S, so or should I say it's not off the right year. So the issue is the radiator is incorrect because my radiator has a built-in pressure switch or temperature switch in the radiator and this doesn't. So the radiator won't be going on, but we'll be using the aircon rad and the intercooler because they are correct. So we're going to piece that all together, including all these bits, and it's going to give us a complete rad pack and front panel, basically. And then to fill the bits and pieces in between, we've got a load of odds and sods in here. Things like radiator hoses, bonnet actuators for the pedestrian protection. We've got the battery trays, the covers for the battery, lots of bits and pieces, and masses of fixings and bolts and all sorts in there. So should give us a good head start on this car and get us quite a bit further on down the road. Now, gearbox wiring harness. I've started it because there's a couple of plugs up behind the back of the gearbox which I had to go under the car for. It's on a jack and it's also on an axle stand, so it's perfectly safe. But let's just pull the rest of this harness off now. We can compare it to ours. I have no reason to think it's not going to be right, but let's do it. I'm not sure how all these come apart. That's that one. there's a fair few plugs on this to undo. I'm already struggling. Do that one. I think it's best to put the full loom on. It's, like I said, it is a near as damn it brand new car in it, so if we do it right the first time, we know we won't have any issues going forwards then. And I'm not 100% sure this loom isn't damaged somewhere else, so if we do it properly, we can also eliminate this loom, can't we? And there we go. So grab the other one quickly. Let's lie them down next to each other. That's looking exactly the same. Yeah. So let's set this one back on. It's all going back in place, rather nice. I'll leave that one off because I need to change that pressure sensor. And like I said, these are the 3 plugs that go down the back of the engine, the back of the gearbox, sorry. So what I'll do is I'll just put them down there, out the way. That's going to go on there. That's going to go on there. So I know that loom is in the exact right place. And now I'll just crawl under there. I'll get them 3 plugs done. And I'll swap the pressure sensor and then we will try it in reverse. Right, well that didn't quite go to plan. All the wiring harness is fine, matching part number. But unfortunately, once I'd taken out that old pressure sensor, it doesn't match the one that I got from Mintec, unfortunately, so I got the wrong one. So I need to go back and swap that. So obviously we're in the same situation where it won't go backwards at the moment. But like I said, I'm not concerned about that. I'm pretty sure that will sort that issue. So we're going to continue for a little bit and try and build up some of this front panel, and especially get, you know, these radiator pipes in. And if you remember correctly, these are them little bolt-in fixing adapters that you screw into your thermostat housing for the pipes to fit to, because like I said before, my thermostat housing, this piece, is perfectly fine. It's just these little bits that screw into there for the water pipe to screw to were broken, so luckily managed to get them with the seals, and we've got a horn, so them odd bits and pieces can go in there, and then it's going to be a case of tearing apart that front panel over there and using the bits we want to use to start building up this front panel to the point where we've got our leg extensions on with the crash bar and our headlight surrounds. The only thing we won't be putting in obviously is the rad pack or the top piece that basically bolts down the rad pack, so we'll still have loads of access to be able to do that pressure switch. And until the new rad pack comes, I've had to order one from Germany because obviously it's the newest model. The prices from over here were stupid. You get one brand new from Germany for a fraction of the price, which obviously I was going to wait a week or two for it, or a week it said, I think. So we've still got bits and pieces we can do. We can progress a little bit and yeah, get some of this front end built back up. So I'll yeah, get on with that and we'll see how we get on with it. Right, so that's the kind of gist of it. It's all in place, nothing's tight. I haven't tightened anything up yet. I will go around and start doing bits and pieces, but I can't really line it all up yet until the rad pack's in and we can bolt this down, because this also just has to line up the fixings in the two top pieces, so everything kind of moves around for all your holes to line up. So yeah, it's all like I said, it's all in place. We can't really tighten it up. I've realised this pre-facelift washer bottle won't work, so we're gonna have to get another washer bottle. It just doesn't fit in that hole properly, so I'll get another washer bottle. And we really need that radiator to turn up, and then we can get the rad pack in, coolant in it, obviously that pressure sensor, and get it up to temperature, you know, running properly. I've got on the way some latches, bonnet latches of all the cables. The headlights are on the way. I've got a bonnet on its way. The only thing right now is a front bumper I'm looking for still. And we've not done bad. We've not done bad with this car. So a few little bits I can do. I can put the battery covers in. The battery's obviously charging fine. It starts. That can all be covered up. So I'll do that off camera now. I don't think then there's much we can do, because I'm waiting for bonnet hinges as well, so we can't put the pedestrian bonnet actuators on. And yeah, in there it's just like I said, battery covers and all that kind of stuff. So right, so yeah, we're gonna now have to wait for my radiator to turn up, and then we can continue a bit further with this. And at the same time, I'll make sure I've got that pressure switch with me, the one that I need, and we will continue. I've got the radiator pipes in there, so we've got this one here for one side of the radiator, and then up there for the other side. So that's all ready. Made a bit of progress, happy. So we'll continue in this video a little bit further yet. Just have to wait for a few parts to come, and then we'll carry on and get some more bits on it. Right, so a pile more bits have arrived, and mainly our new radiator from Germany is here. So we've got our radiator, intercooler, aircon rad and fan assembly. So all that rad pack now can go in, and we can plumb that up and finally put some coolant in this car. So that's going to be the main thing first we're going to do. We've got the other intercooler hose down here, so that'll finish off our intake system. We have got the bonnet latches with the cables. We've got bonnet actuators for the pedestrian protection. New hinges that I need to spray up silver before they go in. Obviously a pair of headlights, but I haven't got the ballast through them yet. And then there's the, you know, ducts in for the airbox intake, and then the cross member, few seals, few bits and pieces, and the bonnet. Got a bonnet. Bumper is supposed to be coming to me tomorrow. I don't know what day you'll be seeing this video, but the bumper will be here. I would have thought I'll show it on this video probably. So there are plenty of bits we can start putting back on this car. Now, unfortunately I still haven't got to the bottom of the pressure sensor. I've just been over to BMW Mini in Cole. They found me the correct sensor, and they have ordered it for me to go and get in the morning. Again, I'll show that on the chat on this video. Towards the end of it, we'll get that on and make sure the gearbox is working correctly. I'm kind of hoping there's going to be enough room to get in there and fit it with the rad packing, because I don't want to wait any longer. I want to continue and get on with this. It's taking shape, and it should look a lot better shortly. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get this rad pack built, get that in, and then we'll take it from there. These rad packs, like I said, they come in 4 bits. You have to screw the radiator to the intercooler, and then the aircon slides on the front of the radiator, and the fan housing slides on the back of the radiator, and then it makes a block. So there's not really much to see putting it together. What I'll do, I'll screw it all up, and then I'll probably show you all the fixings where they all go, and then we'll plunk it in. The radiator pack is now together, all looking spot on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to now slot that down there. So let's get a camera stand. Actually, I don't know why I didn't go and get it before. A camera stand. Obviously not prepared. Just dump this somewhere around here. Hopefully this just slides down there now. That's the kind of plan. And we can start building it back up. Got two little locators in the subframe with two rubber bungs in down here. And you're just going to sit your radiator into them. Hopefully that intercooler part doesn't get in our way. Let's see. It's quite tight. Needs to come to me a bit. This one side in. Yeah, I think that's gone down. Feels like it. That wasn't too difficult. Let's make sure I can get this down there, which I can. That's supposed to... Not exactly sure the routing of some of these pipes, you see, either. Don't seem to want to go in there that properly. Okay. And then to obviously hold the top, that just goes on there. And then you bolt it all together. And you should have something like a rad pack. So looking down the back now, yeah, should be able to get to that from underneath still, that pressure sensor. Trying to think of the word there then. Pressure sensor. So I think it's time to continue building up, isn't it? Continue building it up and see where we get. Right, update time. We're quite a bit further on now. All the rad packs in. I've connected up the hoses, I've connected up the aircon, I've connected up the intercooler. And yeah, got all the cross member on the top. We've got bonnet hinges, intakes on, everything's tightened up. I've tightened all the chassis legs up, headlight brackets, all the upper cross member, everything is all tight. Washer bottles in as well. I haven't put coolant in it yet, I need to check what coolant it is, but also the bonnet's on. You can see the bonnet there as well. So what we're going to do now, as you can see, I've done one headlight. We're going to run through this headlight on camera because we've got the ballasts now. There's two ballasts or control modules, whatever you want to call them, on each headlight. So I've done the two for this. One's there, one's underneath, and we'll put these two on, and then we'll mount them where they need to go, because I've also got some new mounting brackets adjusters. These little things, if you worked on minis, they're notorious. They seize up once they've been on for any amount of time, and I had a load missing. So what I've just been and bought 6 new ones with some new bolts as well, so that we know it's right, we know it's new and nice and fresh. So this is a new one. That top spins, you see, to adjust in and out. This is an old one that's seized up already. Excuse me. So we'll put all new ones on, so we know we've got proper adjustment then to set up and line up everything, because these are really difficult to line up, these cars, because the bonnet is pretty much all the top of the front end. You're going to line the bonnet up with the wings, the bumper and the headlights, and then the headlights move as well. It's a bit of a faff around, so let's get the ballasts first onto the headlight. I think there's 3 screws on one, 4 screws on another. I'll show you quickly. This one is going to go on there. It's got the 1 plug and then 4 screws. And this one has this plug in here. We'll place that in now. They have a rubber seal on them as well, so make sure they're seated properly. This one's been a bit of a bugger. That's better. Put them on here, yeah. I'll get some screws in it. Now I'm led to believe these headlights need coding to the vehicle. Apparently one ballast, this rear ballast, doesn't, but this ballast underneath apparently does, so we may only have half functioning lights at the moment, and I'll have to look into I'm sorry, I've got a bit of a cough now. I'll have to look into how we code them, or someone to code them for me. I think you use a program called Insta or something like that. It's the wrong size. So we get our new fittings, and these, they just slide onto your headlight bracket like so. There's 3 of them on each. There are your 3 adjusters. And then there's another fixing through the wing, but there's no adjustment on that. So, I'll plug. Get it somewhere near, get that one in there, hold it still. And then obviously for the time being, all we can do is just put these in. They're not going to be in the right place, we will have to do adjustment after, but right now we just need to get them in. We can try the bonnet down, and then it's just like, it's a case of just fettling it until you get it all to look somewhere near where you want it to look, basically. Something like that. There we go, we've got some headlights. Shall we see what does and what doesn't work? Let's have a do. If I open it, anything? Not yet. The auto levelled, or yeah, the auto levelled. Let's have a go. Something's on it. What's on? One side. One side's come on. It's interesting. See if we can make it do anything else. What are they actually set as? Yeah, on there. That's weird. One's working. Now none of them work. What the hell? So none of them work now. One worked for a bit. Now none of them work. Let's lower this bonnet and see if we're anywhere near. So that one's not bad. This one needs to go that way. A load. Okay. So yeah, now's the fun of getting everything to line up. Like I said, they are a bit of a bugger really, but spend a bit of time on it now. I really need the bumper as well. I need the bumper to come, and then I can line it all up. The bonnet isn't the correct shade of silver. I knew that. It's a lot lighter. It's a bit hard to tell in this picture, but that's lighter than that. So the bonnet and the bumper is like a zesty yellow colour. So the bonnet and bumper will get painted. It's got a little dent to bash out there and treat that. But we're coming along now, aren't we? We're getting there. I just need this sensor. That's really the main thing. I just want to get that sensor sorted. And then I know where I am with it then. Right, one more update for you for this video. Got it all looking a little bit more better in terms of lining up. Bonnet is perfect to wings. We'll have a little look there. Nice even gap. Over the other side as well. Again, nice even gap. Headlights are lined up nice to bonnet. Looking good. All nice. Beautiful. Bumper arrived. It is on, but what I've done is I've stripped out the actual panels that need painting. Them 3 pieces. And they are in the car. That was the colour, like I said, zesty yellow. Because I want all the corners and edges painting properly, and I want them to dust over the backs as well. So they will come back perfect and in the colour we want. And they actually can go on without taking the bumper off, but the bumper's got to come off yet because there is a few bits and pieces I'm still missing behind there. I've not got the brake ducts yet. I've not got some little rubber seals that go across here, and there's also a piece that bridges between the bumper and the front panel that I need to get, but I'm probably going to have to go to B&W for them. Now the headlights, I can activate them with my scanner and turn them all on. The only issue I've got is with the driver's one, where I've got an open circuit on the DRL module, which is obviously this one. So I'm going to return this and get a replacement. Unfortunately, my scanner won't save the coding, so they are going to have to be coded when it comes back from paint. But the main thing I've got done is that new sensor for the gearbox is now in. The car goes forwards, the car goes backwards, there is no codes left. I finally got to the bottom of it. I'm not sure what I've said in this video yet, because it's been a few days, but if you remember, this is the pressure sensor, which when I ordered another one for this car, the wrong one came. Eventually, I took the other sensor out of the gearbox, took that to B&W, which was the same as this. They managed to speak to B&W Mini Germany and locate this part, which, for your information, is on the late 23s and onwards only. It's the new version, basically. And the systems on B&W Mini, in the UK specifically, are still telling you these cars are on the older one with a longer thread. So what I've done is, I've got the bag here, and if you come across one with this little thread, this is the part number for it. That's your part number. Because they're not on the actual sensors, even the new ones that come. So that will get you out of trouble, hopefully. So yeah, got that sorted. Runs perfect. I've got absolutely no lights on in the car now. No warning lights, nothing. We are good. So it's ready to go to the paint shop, and that is where I'm heading now. Shouldn't be too bad of a job for them, really. It's only a bonnet and bumper trim, and in terms of blending, there's only this little section to blend across, and then I presume they'll lacquer the wings again to make it all look nice and matched. Ooh, nearly forgot. Bonnet vent. It's in my old bumper over there. I need to make sure that's with the car. That needs painting. Ordered a parking loom with sensors, so they'll be ready when it comes back. And I need an under tray. Other than that, we're pretty much there with this car. So happy with the progress. I'm going to leave this video here, and we'll do one more on it when it comes back from paint. Hopefully looking spot on. Build it all back up. Last few finishing touches. Maybe a cracking car. So as always, thank you for watching. Big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. When I look through my analytics, 90% of the people watching these videos aren't subscribed. So I mean, it's free. It don't cost you a penny, but it helps me out a lot. Just click that subscribe button, and yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.